Here we go.
Welcome to welcome to the Explore podcast. I am Sam Househoy, the communications manager for Elkhart Public Library. With me, as always, is Trevor Wanzanko, our chief marketing officer. And today we welcome the unshakable Nick Fry. Welcome, Nick.
Hi. How are you?
My joy is unshakable.
Why is that?
Gosh, at risk of starting off superficially philosophical, the way that I see it, so many things had to happen just right in order for me to be here. If one small thing changed in my parents' lives or their parents' lives, there's a good chance that I wouldn't be here at all. So, in my mind, existence in itself is a statistical anomaly, like an actual miracle. So I think it's a blessing to be anything at all, to feel anything at all. And after experiencing the weight of what life sometimes has to offer and acknowledging that my perspective might be a privileged one, I'm still so ready to share that joy and share in that joy.
That's beautiful.
That's really cool.
Have we started yet?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. That was all on film. Yes.
And so, how do you describe yourself? I mean, what is? Do you have a title? I have beer slinger, artist, writer, Renaissance man.
I am an artist, which I think inherently means I'm a bartender.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's about it.
Okay.
I'm a simple man.
Yeah. And so I think a lot of people would know you from pouring beer at Yakida. Do you know how to make cocktails, though? Are you a full-fledged bartender? Always wondered.
Yeah, I love cooking and recipes, so naturally that translates into cocktails as well. I don't just make cocktails at Yakida, but at home I have a few.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Wow, we've already reached the silence.
Yeah, we've reached the silence. All right.
Okay.
So
he will be cutting that part out. That's really great.
And so, as an artist, what kind of work do you do? You've done a project here for us. You can see it behind me here on the camera one. So tell us about your artwork.
Mostly I do paintings on canvas, watercolor backgrounds, acrylic line work, some collage elements like in this. But it was just born of, I think it's in the magazine, insomnia. Just needed something to do while I was sleepless. And it turned into an expression that I really enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
What inspires you? You know, when you take on a project, when you dream something up, what's that inspiration?
It's all playtime. To borrow from Kurt Vonnegut, I think we're all just here to fart around. Getting heady again. Sorry.
Right.
But the line work you do is very unique. What is it about that? I mean, I see it on your tattoo on your hand there, and it's really like the signature of a lot of your pieces.
Yeah, it's something that is visually stimulating, I think, but also reminiscent of something base in humanity. Like, I get a lot of comparison to like Aztec line work, things like that. So it is simultaneously a little fresh, but also reminiscent of something within us, I think.
Yeah. So let's talk about your library art here. So in the local history section, you've got 6 different works of art. I mean, I wouldn't call them paintings or drawings or really anything because they're multimedia, but what was kind of your basis for starting the project? What were you looking for and what were you hoping to accomplish?
Well, when you had initially asked me to do this, you had mentioned that it was offered the historical records section. So I was trying to bring a little bit of Elkhart's history to the pieces, going through a timeline of older buildings that may not exist anymore to newer buildings that are kind of like in the forefront of what you might call the skyline of Elkhart. And just trying to get a little bit of the path of doing the research to understand the history of the place that you're in and connecting it to the current time.
Yeah. And it kind of expresses to me, kind of that broad shoulders, industrial kind of feel from Elkhart,
Sure.
but then also some creativity, some different types of architecture too. Where did you find, some of the resources to put that together?
Well, you had offered up the library website that had a huge collection of photos. Actually, it was pretty awesome to see the growth of Elkhart through those photos, because you could do like a geolocation of a particular address and see each iteration of what building stood there, or this half was torn down and rebuilt into something else. Sometimes it was a really beautiful stone building, then a lot, and then a McDonald's. But there was a lot of... I spent so much time just getting lost in those stories,
Yeah. It's doing research myself. It is very easy to go down a rabbit hole and get distracted. And there is something about those old photos on Indiana Memory that, it can be very distracting, but it is very cool to see.
What do you think we can learn about our place, our hometown, whatever you want to call it, from the buildings that you see?
Oh, that's a tough question. I might not have the answer to that, honestly. It's
there's no wrong answer.
what I took from it was a sociological journey, like where our intention was in making these buildings, or what the city looked like previously to where it is now. The industry changing and the flow of where our energy was going as a city. That was a interesting lesson to learn.
And then you kind of end up with the arts, and the rebirth of the learner, is the last piece there, and kind of what that's become. Do you feel, as an artist, that Elkhart is that place where people can thrive? Is it growing as an arts community? Are you having to look to other areas, and how can we be better?
I think Elkhart holds a lot of opportunities for the arts. I mean, the Midwest Museum of Modern Art right downtown has an amazing collection and a lot of opportunities. There's the Art League that extends opportunities to a lot of artists. I do go out to South Bend area every once in a while because they also have a thriving arts community, but you really don't have to leave Elkhart for much.
Yeah. And so outside of the art that you created here, I mean, how else do you use the library?
I love to read, so I'm here often, accruing late fees.
Well, we don't have late fees anymore. So
Well, they're forgiven. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you
Yes,
for that.
you're welcome.
Yes.
Just
you're
for you.
Yeah. So what have you read? What are you reading right now? What have you read lately?
A really terribly sad book called A Little Life. It is 750 pages of exploring the depths of human suffering, and there is no comfort in the book. But the little bits of humanity that eke out are beautiful. I both recommend it and don't recommend it.
Okay.
Was Infinite Jest not available?
Yeah.
And that's why you went
I've
for the
tried to read that
second.
thing like 5 times. I can't get past listing the products in a grocery store.
Yes.
Like, come on, man.
What is it that you have such a unique perspective on life, and obviously you read a lot of, you said it yourself is pretty sad, but I refer to you as a Renaissance man. I mean, do you just want to experience all there is in life?
Oh yeah, I think that's a lot of what we're here for, is the experience. But really the heart of what I think life experience is sharing something with somebody, sharing a moment, sharing a thought, an idea, sharing an expression. Um, that's what gives me energy for everything, is communion.
Mhm. And you choose your community here in Elkhart. Why?
Um,
Boy, we promised him no hard questions.
Yeah.
yeah,
And then, but
there's
the level of self-introspection
Yeah.
here is,
there's a depth to this community that is really interesting. It's grounded in industry like we spoke about, but it's the Midwest holds like salt of the earth people, and there's not very many people I come across that I don't enjoy sharing my time with in Elkhart.
You live near downtown. I see you walking a lot. Does that also give you unique experiences, you think, as far as meeting people or interacting or inspiration?
Yeah, you see some fun things downtown often. Run into the same people over and over. Go to the Electric Brew, and there's always 2-3 people that you know if you spend any time in Elkhart. I do a lot of hiking, and on occasion I'll throw on my pack and do 4 miles around Elkhart at 1 a.m. And you meet some interesting people at 1 a.m. Walking down Main Street for sure.
I can imagine. Do you have any stories there? What's like the most interesting thing you've run into?
Gosh, most recently there was a guy fishing off the bridge on Main Street and asked if I had a pair of pliers, and I had a big backpack on me that seems like I might have any tool available, but I wasn't really sure why a pair of pliers was something that, hey stranger, can you help me get this hook out of my fish? Sorry, fresh out, man.
right?
Interesting.
So we talked about your art, but you're also a writer. So what are you currently working on?
I was dabbling with a little screenplay recently, but that's super low on the priority list. That's more of just like if I'm feeling stagnant, revisit that for a creative exercise. But I write a lot of music as well, and there's a couple songs I'm working on.
Nice.
Want to bring out the guitar?
Yes.
Yeah. This is the guitar portion. Yeah. What do you write all the songs for guitar? What other instruments do you play? Are there?
I play a little bit of piano, but not enough to get in trouble with it,
Yeah. Okay.
Nice. Now you have other artwork here at the library too, so we don't want to leave that out. Tell us about what you've done here in our stairwells.
There's 6 paintings. Just plain line work, but more of an abstraction of taking a moment to take in detail, take a breath, appreciate. It's maybe meditative pieces would be a good way to put it.
Yeah, but nice and vibrant, and bring some life to that space. And
Thanks for saying that.
Well, hey, that's why I like you.
What or who inspires you?
Great people, bold people inspire me, and maybe not necessarily people that you'd see on a cover of a magazine or having an expose on TV, but day-to-day people that are bold, taking a chance, working hard. Those people inspire me.
Yeah. What kind of artists inspire you? Whose work? I mean, obviously you do your own thing, but who
I think
do
at
you kind of draw from?
the top of the list would be Salvador Dali, just because the space that he plays in, the surrealism is like playtime to me. It's expanding what normal thought might be. It's confusing. It's limitless in being able to explore what's happening in those pieces. So I could spend an hour with a Salvador Dali piece and have a lot of fun.
Yeah. You mentioned playtime a couple times now, and that's an interesting approach. How do you carve that out in your schedule? Because obviously you work, and you live, you have things to do around the house. So where do you get that time to really just go out and channel that playtime?
When I'm not working, I find ways to do it. Like I said, I like to hike, and that's more of introspection and self-growth, which I find playtime. It's playtime sometimes. But the things that I choose to do for work often incorporate that too. I mean, painting is the most playtime you could have, just sitting down with something and uh, creating something out of nothing. I think it's imagination. That's playtime. But down at Yakida bartending, that's hardly work at all. I mean, there is a good portion of hard work to it, running up and down the bar, but interacting with everybody, making jokes, telling stories, that's playtime too.
Do you agree with the comment, and I can't remember who said this to me or where it comes from, but a work of art is never finished, I'm just done with it?
Yeah, partially. Sometimes I hate something so much that I don't want to work on it anymore, so it's got to be done. It's either done or trash. And I'm too egotistical to call it trash, maybe. Like somebody will find value in it, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I can look at just about any piece that I've finished and go, huh, there's something I could add to that if I really wanted to.
What's your favorite piece that you've done?
It's a piece called Kong that's actually in the Midwest Museum of Modern Art right now for their juried exhibition. It's got like an Italian villa and Air Force soldier stepping over it, and a bunch of Cadillacs, like old 50s Cadillacs, floating around him in little bubbles, and a little skyline of flowers, much like these paintings. And I don't know, I feel like there's a lot of ways to interpret that piece, and I'm always excited when somebody says it. I think this is what's going on in here. And every story that I've heard from somebody, like, this is the experience that I get from this, I've really enjoyed. So that's probably my favorite.
Thanks for bringing up the Juried Regional. So people will be able to see this through the end of the year up the street here on Main. How difficult a process was it to get into the regional? Because I hear it's very competitive.
I had to save up $25 for the entry fee.
Okay.
And then walk it 2 blocks down down to the museum. And the waiting was the hardest part.
Yeah.
The process was pretty easy. It's the first time that I've entered it, and I was excited to hear the acceptance, but I wasn't involved in the jury process, so I didn't hear the criticism, so there was no pain on my side.
Yeah. How was the reception, though?
Yeah.
Because you got to be honored, right?
No.
No? Oh.
No awards for me.
I thought...
I threw a fit.
Did you? That is awesome. You let them know.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a cute little placard with my name on it next to it, but it was cool to see my painting in the same museum where there are Warhol paintings.
Right.
Like, that is such an honor.
Gonna do it again?
Yeah, for sure. I want to participate in the community, and that's a great way to do it with artwork.
I've wondered, so jumping back for a minute to talking about hearing people interpret your work, do you do you like to create that conversation, or do you have an answer in your mind that you wouldn't share with anyone about what a piece actually means, or do you just want to start a conversation and let people interpret it as they will?
Yeah, I don't like to influence somebody's subjective viewpoint of what the work is or what it means. Sometimes I don't know till I'm done. Sometimes when I'm done, there's still not a meaning to me yet. And sometimes it's just to enjoy it visually. And I think that there is a big responsibility on artwork to make social commentary or provoke thought, but sometimes it's just something pretty to look at too.
Yeah. Okay.
So what's next for you?
Yeah.
Next year I'll be going to art fairs. I don't have anything scheduled yet, but once the applications open up, I'll be hopefully in Chicago and Crazel Art Fair in St. Joe, as long as I'm accepted.
And where else can people find your work, if not in the museum or at one of those festivals?
Pretendartist.com is where I post all of my work. Everything's for sale up there. My Instagram, Orange Mermaid.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you also did something, and I don't know how maybe large scale it was, but you left some free art around the community, didn't you?
I do that on occasion. Once my studio starts filling up and I'm tired of looking at something, I will occasionally leave a piece somewhere and post on my Instagram, like sometimes a scavenger hunt, like a little snippet of where it might be, and let people go out and find it. Or if there's an event going on downtown, I'll leave it in the crowd and make sure that somebody picks it up and it's not left out overnight as refuse.
Right.
Elkhart Shepherd Ferry was leaving the obey stickers everywhere.
Yeah. It's another way to play, man.
Yeah. Well, do you want to do a little word association?
Sure.
Color.
Collar?
Color.
Color. And I meant to just say one word in association with that.
Whatever you want.
There are no rules. You're an artist. There are no rules here.
Well, then I think I've answered with my question.
All right.
Is that how we're going to play?
We'll go back to the pre-show. Fill in it.
Dual guitar solos.
Mixed media.
Paste. Is this giving you what you need?
Yes,
yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't know where it's leading, but yes.
House.
Warmth.
Nature.
Freedom.
Betrayal.
Freedom.
Hardship.
Freedom.
America.
Should we talk about politics?
Okay.
Yep.
That's the end of that segment.
Ask me my favorite vowel.
What's your favorite vowel?
Sometimes Y.
It's good.
What's your favorite consonant?
J.
Okay. What's your favorite J word?
Jogger.
Jogger.
What's your favorite suffix?
I couldn't choose. They're all so important to me.
Oxford comma?
I employ it often.
That's controversial.
I mean, that's
on this
yes.
show.
Oh, can we go back to politics?
yeah.
Do we disagree about the Oxford comma?
We do. But that's
Why?
We're journalists, and journalists by nature are anti Oxford comma.
Well, I mean, I love a run-on sentence, and I love mixing up grammar when I'm writing. Like, speak like a human, But
Yeah.
also let people know that you're separating nouns.
You can always
Sometimes.
Why?
Sometimes.
You can usually just rewrite the sentence better.
Fair.
That's the editor, what my editor tells me.
Guess I'm a hack.
Send it on over. I got a red pencil for you.
Yep. Yeah, so you said you like to hike and explore nature. Where do you like to do that?
Anywhere where I can get away for a few nights and set up my tent.
Yeah. You said you're big on self-reliance. Like, is that self-taught or?
Yeah, I grew up with my dad taking me out, like mushroom hunting, deer hunting, and camping often. And a big portion of that is accepting that you're going to have to do some work in order to be fed or be comfortable. And I really enjoy that self-reliance. Every time I go on a hike, I come back with something. There's some amount of growth. I just went on a hike in Kentucky where I hiked up to this place called Hanson's Point that's like a big ridge off the side of a mountain. And I had that place to myself for 2 days. I maybe saw 10 people in total on the trail for a minute apiece. And that solitude was really great. I came back with more than I left with.
And do you take art supplies with you, or is that more like a writing time, or just
Too heavy.
or just all just self-reflection?
Got to have room for the pliers.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
When you're backpacking, you kind of want to cut weight.
Right.
So I'll bring a paperback novel and a notebook and do some introspective writing and read a little bit. But bringing a canvas and paint up there is not really worthwhile. But by the time that you're set up and everything, there's not much energy left.
For sure. Yeah. Is there anything else you want to mention though that you have like coming up, or?
Not really. Come see me down at Yakida. I'll serve you a beer.
All right.
And always with a smile.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm joyful, man.
When is the last bad day you had?
There you go.
Oh, I have bad days all the time. It is a simultaneous feeling of I'm having a bad time and I'm going to choose joy. Like, I get to have a bad time. Isn't that amazing?
Mm-hmm.
And like I said before, my position might be a little privileged in what I've experienced in comparison to others, but man, I can be sad and acknowledge it, and it's part of the process to choose joy.
Okay.
That's what I like about you.
Yes.
I'm glad we're friends.
We
Are we
should-
friends?
I'd like to think so.
Okay.
We should all choose joy.
Yeah, I fear in the moment that I preach, I become my enemy, but yeah, I think we should all choose joy.
Okay. And that feels like a good place to end. So thank you so much for watching, and make sure you like and subscribe to our YouTube channel here or on any of the other social medias. And we'll see you next time.